You! Oh boy! Oh. Oh. Here we go!
You're funny, but looks aren't
The heroes of today. You are nothing like the noble heroes of old. They were righteous crusaders who killed and died in the service of all that was good. What are you then? Sort of good. Yawn. What happened to your kind? You can't commit. Everything's a grey area. No black or white. It's all so dreadfully unimpressive. Why bother being good or evil at all, if you're not going to take it all away? Embrace your nature, and feed it. Then come back to me when your journey is complete. I may just have something for you.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
At your service, my queen.
Mighty One, greetings.
It's our mighty
Madam.
queen. Hello. Madam.
At your command,
Can I be of service, my lady?
Your Majesty.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Attention!
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, What do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? Or perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account? A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, Your Majesty. Bravo. The treasury is looking rather sickly, wouldn't you agree? We must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the treasury and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child, Majesty. Why change things when they are going so well? Perhaps Logan was right in following this course of action. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day. As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reva's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
Greetings, my liege.
How are you, Your Majesty? Greetings, ma'am. Ready to serve, Your Majesty.
Majesty.
Madam.
My queen.
Madam.
Greetings, Your
Awaiting
Majesty.
your command, my queen.
Ah, it's the great ruler. My lady.
Your Majesty.
At your orders, ma'am.
You're going to make some man very lucky. If he likes ugly birds with no personality!
Things were going so
I'd like to
well
come round to your house for
until you
tea.
came along.
I want you to have this.
You're scaring me, Your Majesty.
Oh,
That made me heart jump.
Your
And
Majesty.
this is for you.
Stop
Your rule.
me.
I've got a present for
People
you.
like you should rot in jail. That's
For you.
Nothing feels better than having your hand in mine.
Oh, wow.
I still can't get over it. You finally became the queen I always knew you'd be one day. And here I...
Come in.
You're the queen everyone hoped for, including me. The people love you almost as... Oh. Oh. Hey, yeah. Love a strong woman. Oh, be back. Ba-ba-ba-da-da.
There's a killer. Well, we know your type, and we're watching. Your
Darling, that's great.
So chuffed with your rule, I've got a present for you.
I could do this forever.
Queen and country.
How do you manage to keep your husband so happy?
Your
Madam.
Majesty?
There must be something I don't know.
Attention!
Madam.
Greetings, Mom.
Yay!
Can't believe it's you!
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Madam.
Feels good to hold your hand, dear.
I knew the person you killed, monster.
You have just read my mind. I still can't get over it. You finally became the queen I always knew you'd be one day. And here I am, right by your side. Oh, yes, my love, yes! Wow.
Just a little bit more.
I never wanted to end! I still can't get over it. You finally became the queen I always knew you'd be one day. And here I am, right by your side. Darling, that's great. Nothing feels better than having your hand in mine. Again, darling. I don't think I can. You're almost too much for me. Oh, I was quite enjoying holding your hand. She seems to be in a pretty good mood. Darling, I still can't get over...
Thank you very much.
Very good. Nothing feels better than having your hand in mine. Again, darling. I don't think I can. You're almost too much for me. You sure you want to let go? I want you to have this. Don't you ever feel the need to experiment with how you look? I suppose not all.
How
Lady.
good to see you,
My
madam.
queen?
All stand for the Queen.
Hail and well met, your...
This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be...
The poor of this city have suffered enough. We will renovate the shelter and orphanage.
The Bowerstone Shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own. Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Reva Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue. The disposal of the city's waste. Reva will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late.
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The Queen has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The Sanitation Committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You are in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best. There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Riva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
Hello there, Your Majesty.
My lady.
Yay!
Wow, it's the Queen!
Wow! Can't believe it's you!
Madam.
It's not every day a queen walks into the rebel headquarters. Good. Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
If it were up to me, no one would ever get sick. They'd just die, starting with you.
You're that murderer, aren't you?
An address from Logan, your king. You are citizens of Albion. Its noble soil runs through your veins. Its long history is your own history. But this kingdom does not exist to support you or to feed you. It is not a fruit to be picked off the ground, or a tree whose shade will protect you unconditionally. This land of ours demands your sweat, it demands your labor, and it demands your sacrifice. We are entering an epoch full of opportunities, but full of peril too. Albion needs you to fight with every breath and work with every heartbeat. It will make demands of you, and you will obey them, because you...
I was hoping you'd come round. I could use a good laugh.
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. But if you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The Queen, no less. Have at her, fellas. I'm looking forward to smashing your face off,
Right, that must have hurt. Try for a headshot next time.
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorised individual.
Yes! I like to think about puppies. About slowly crushing them.
You're scaring me, Your Majesty.
Nice weapon you've got there. What are you? Compensating for something?
Impressive. You're scaring me, Your Majesty.
This is no longer an economic...
You're scaring me, Your Majesty.
I think your weapon might be bent.
So
oh, no,
all
wait.
people...
If I like people with an ass for a face. If it were up to me, no one would ever get sick. They'd just die, starting with you. When people tell you you're good, they mean you're a goody two-shoes. When they say I'm good, they mean I'm a fiend. and in the sack. You're going to make some man very lucky. If he likes ugly birds with no personality! I sensed your presence before you even arrived. What did you eat?
Don't expect any of us to trust you, murderer.
I can help you find what you're looking for. Step one, pull your head out your ass. Yippee! You know what I like most about people? Wow! They die.
Gosh, I don't know what to say.
I can't decide whether I like your looks or your personality better. It's like comparing mud to suet. Sure is a beautiful day. Except where you're standing.
Such mindless vandalism.
Oh, noble one. Maybe you're...
Ooh, don't kill me. I beg you. Oh.
Not making yourself too popular?
Put it this way. Whatever you gain from crime.
This is no way to get the people that like you.
You're supposed to represent the law of the land. Wish you'd stop that. Boo! Hiss!
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Killer! Fast!
That's enough, boys, you moon-faced baboon! Watch out! The slag's casting a spell! Please set me free!
Oh, what have we here? A notorious murderer, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
Not exactly going your ways. Am I good or... There's something for you.
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
Ah, that pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot. But
You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
I'm sorry to say we are falling well short of expectations. The treasury holds nowhere near enough gold. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision. Has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption wholly abolished among the commoners. They feel, rather reasonably, that it leads to improper behavior and raucous public spectacles. These concerned nobles are willing to pay handsomely for the change in policy. Meanwhile, the commoners themselves would like the restrictions completely lifted, claiming they infringe upon their freedom and their rights. You cannot please everyone, Your Majesty. Very good. Perhaps this is not the time to be implementing radical new measures. It will give both the gentry and the rabble something to complain about. Who knows? It may take their minds off their impending doom. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead. Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.